watching?
You know, I've coached this game a long time, so you see a lot of different things. He's not the first guy I've seen throw a ball like that. Obviously, when it happens, you know, I think he feels worse than anybody, and it's a mistake that's correctable. Obviously, Brandon was trying to make a play. You know, I equate it very similar to what we did after the Minnesota game. Unfortunately, we won the Minnesota game, but you know, Brian really made a lot of plays and played well, but he threw 3 interceptions in the game, and a couple of them were not very good interceptions. And we went back and we coached and we talked about the things you have to do to play the position and play at a high level. And very similar to what we're doing this week with Brandon. I showed him the first half. You have 250 yards in the game. We made some really fine throws. We had really nice drives. You know, things came up the way we wanted to. And you look at the good things you do, and then you go back and look at the plays that you have to correct. And you know, what we're trying to do is eliminate the terrible play, because those are the ones that end up getting you beat.
Norv Turner said that you guys were going to try to adjust schematically to accentuate Brandon's strengths. How do you go about that?
Well, like you look at the things we did in the first half. You know, that's a good defensive football team, and have the production we did. I said as an offense we did a lot of good things. Now we have to be able to do that through 4 quarters.
Norv, did they do something different in the second half?
I think when you have, first of all, when you're playing against a team, there's certain plays you know things are going to come up, and you hit some things. We converted some 3rd downs. When we convert 3rd downs, we usually move the ball pretty well because you get more chances to stay on the field. The first thing I looked at in the second half, we did not do a good job converting 3rd downs, particularly early. They did a couple of run blitzes. We had a scheme going in the first half that gave them some problems. They gave us a couple of run blitzes, and again, you know, we had 2 3-and-outs in the first quarter, and they were able to keep the ball a long time. So you know, people want to talk about halftime adjustments and all those things. You know, you go into the second half, and we had limited plays in the 3rd quarter. So it wasn't about adjustments to me. It's about converting some 3rd downs.
Is Brandon one of those quarterbacks that maybe needs a little warm-up time? Because it seems that the trend has been it was this way a little bit last year, and we've seen it a little bit this year, where the first quarter seems to be a little tough sledding, and then once he gets into that second quarter, that's when he finds his
It's you know, I'd love to start and put out a 15-play drive in the first drive, but again, I look at the last couple of weeks. We were 3-and-out the first 2 drives with Brian. We started our drives on the 8-yard line, on the 10-yard line. Sometimes it has as much to do with who you're playing as it has to do with who you are. Obviously, we don't want to do something in that first drive that you know, has a major negative effect on the game. We certainly in that first drive want to get first down, and that's what we're trying to do.